Hey everyone, today I want to talk about Christopher Nolan's Tenet. By the way, this is part of Cinematically, a series dedicated to me watching movies that I may have missed for whatever reason. I missed Tenet due to the current pen dual save that we're all experiencing. Can't say the C or the P word in videos anymore. So now that it's available on home media, I decided to finally buy it and watch it, and these are my thoughts. Now I consider myself a fan of Christopher Nolan. I pretty much enjoy the majority of his filmography, but Tenet just felt different. Anyway, after purchasing the movie and pressing play, you are immediately met with, of course, some beautiful cinematography from Christopher Nolan movies, as we come to expect, but then people started talking in dialogue and the movie started getting rolling, and I found myself quite literally totally confused by everything that was happening, and I just wasn't enjoying myself. There was so much information thrown at us so quickly that I found myself being overwhelmed almost immediately. I felt like all the characters, the names, the locations, the thing that we have to go and get that's not the thing that we have to go and get, but we have to find this piece of art, but we don't need the piece of art. We need to actually find the person who is related to that piece of art, but the piece of art isn't necessarily the thing that we're after. We need the person who knows about the piece of art to get us to this arms dealer, and the arms dealer is going to find us with the guy who has access to finding out what's going on, these things going backwards, and it's just words. There's a lot of exposition thrown at us that it's just overwhelming and I couldn't stand it. It's just a lot of exposition and things thrown at us, that so many words consecutively happening, that I even watched this movie with the subtitles on, and I speak English. I'm an English speaker. I've always been my entire life. But even though I could hear these people speaking English, I could see the words being written out in English, I had no idea as to what was happening in this movie, completely confused for the first hour and 15 minutes, which is literally half the runtime. And then right about at that halfway mark, the gears shifted. Suddenly there was excitement again. The characters had chemistry. I could understand what they were saying. The action was flowing very nicely. It just started clicking. It started making sense. It felt like somebody else was making this movie. It felt like Nolan finally stepped in to make the movie that we actually came to see. And if it isn't obvious already, I enjoyed the latter half of the movie and not the former. And then there's the story. I was hoping for a surreal, mind-bending experience, as Nolan has given me in the past with Inception, The Prestige, Interstellar, all these excellent movies, but what I got instead was a very overly complex attempt to explain time travel. And don't get me wrong, there were definitely moments of pure awe where I found myself sitting up and actually being very engaged with the movie, but then it got cut short very quickly because it was literally only half of the movie that I was excited about. The first half was just boring. And it's the exact originality, awe, and just spectacular storytelling that I've come to expect from Nolan that I saw in the second half that made me enjoy that half. And I don't believe Tenet is Nolan's worst film by a stretch, but I feel like the seeds of doubt have been planted in me. I know a lot of people are Nolan more haters than acceptors, that he just doesn't do as great as people he's maybe overhyped. But for me, he's always been sort of that larger than life person that can tell those massive stories that you are quite literally in awe of. Moving forward, am I going to get the dialogue heavy, exposition heavy, just nonstop talking, being completely confused? Or am I going to get that lovely sort of buttery smooth action that just flows well and all the pieces start clicking from being scattered everywhere, and it's just so much fun and engaging? What movie am I going to get? I'm hoping always for the second one rather than the first one, but I don't want to have those dialogue heavy ones because I feel like he's just making people sitting and talking look pretty, and that's kind of what any other filmmaker can do. And because this movie was such an uphill battle in the first half, I feel like it's going to be really low, especially on my list, in terms of rewatchability. Do I want to watch it again? Yeah, but I'm going to have to sit through this slugfest that is just people talking really fast and being completely confused in order to get to the good stuff. I could just fast forward and jump right ahead, but I feel like you have to experience the whole thing. I've actually talked to a couple people that after the first little bit, they turned it off because it was just too much. But if you sit through that really boring first half, it will definitely pay off in the second half, or if you want, just skip to halfway through, it's worth it from there. That's the movie you were sold in the trailers, and that's the movie that you want to see anyway. So if you want to skip to about halfway through, you can. You'll probably enjoy it just as much. If you have seen Tenet, let me know down in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos from me, as I do have a new Cinematically Late or video in general every single Thursday, as well as I go live on Sundays, or at least I try to go live every Sunday. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been my thoughts on Tenet, A Tale of Two Movies, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.